I'll tell you, first of all, I miss you, bro. I miss when we played soccer.
I haven't seen you in years. But I'm planning on coming sometime this year. I just need to get my visa sorted.
They're not letting you come back to California?
No, of course they will. I just haven't applied for a visa yet.
Okay.
The problem is basically the British created this issue.
Yeah.
After World War II, all the Western nations basically said no, they don't want any of the Jews, so they kicked them out. Palestine was kind enough to let them in.
Yeah.
As soon as they let them in, they started to arm themselves, they started attacking Arabs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Then the British agreed that they would cut a little piece of Palestine and give it to the Jews so they can settle there.
Oh, yeah.
But then in 1948, the UN and pretty much Britain and America just made bullshit and cut what you saw, that map.
And they kept fighting.
Israel.
They kept taking land.
Yeah. And then after that, like a year later, Israel carried out a huge massacre and killed like 50,000 Palestinians.
Yeah.
So there's deep-rooted hatred.
Yes.
Imagine, like, let's be honest. No one ever supports terrorism. Like, never I would support any terrorism.
Of course.
But imagine your mom and dad are murdered in front of you.
Yeah.
You grow up in poverty. Some asshole cuts off your water, your electricity, no hospital. What do you expect that kid, if some crazy person comes up to him and like, you can take a gun and go kill these people? What would you expect?
I mean, yes, of course, you would expect fighting back.
So, and the only way they can't fight back, because basically they live in a concentration camp. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yep. No, I know.
So they aren't even allowed to use certain streets. Like, there are streets that are only Israelis that can use in Palestine.
Yeah.
They are treated like shit, absolute shit, like worse than even the Jews were treated, like exactly how the Jews were treated during Nazi Germany.
Yeah.
So, but then the West keeps lying and saying they want a two-state solution and peace. When, if it was true, the British could have sorted this out way when it happened. Like since the 1948, when the UN did that bullshit, they could have said, okay, this is Palestine, this is Israel. End of story. No one will go into anyone's territory. They can build walls to separate each other if they hate each other that much. They don't have to have relations, you know?
Yeah.
Just like America trying to build a wall against Mexico.
Yeah. But, the only thing I would say is that, that's like a long time ago and not like history moves like slowly and like kind of quickly.
What I'm saying is, why isn't the two-state solution? No one is even talking about the two-state solution. How can you separate families? Like, look at the West Bank and look at Gaza. They're the same people. Why are they separated by land? What do you seeing how hard it is for you to travel to the other side through Israel?
Yeah.
How would that work?
Yeah. But okay, listen though. The only question I would ask to you is that, like, if you had the power of Israel and Palestine, like, what is the solution?
Solution is to cut up the land. And if it's not possible, each one of them go back to their countries of origin, because they're all Europeans. So
but like, you would agree that, like, you have to give Israel some land, right?
Well, let's be honest. If it was like, imagine I come to your house and force you to give me some rooms in your house.
Yeah.
Is that right?
I get that, but like at this point, Israel is already there. They're already planted and rooted. You have to at least give some land, right?
Well, I told you, I agree with the two-state solution, but
yeah.
The reason they're trying to take over Gaza is because oil has been discovered.
I feel like it's because they just can't get along. I feel like they just hate each other.
At the end of the day, it's just about money. Israel, one of the highest gas deposits in the region has just been discovered off the shore of Gaza. Israel is trying to annihilate the people so they can conquer it.
Dang, so you think that Israel is killing Gaza to take the oil?
You can't just go and carpet bomb a heavily dense
urban
area and not expect to just be killing innocent people. That's bullshit. Anyone
Dang.
that tells you otherwise, or they're trying to
But listen though, Palestine did invade Israel and kill a lot of people.
That is questionable because
It did happen.
Just wait. Let me tell you my
Okay.
argument. I didn't say it didn't happen.
Okay.
Obviously, it happened. We saw it. But Gabriel, how does it make sense? The most heavily monitored border in the world. You're trying to tell me for over 6 hours these people infiltrated with bulldozers, broke down the wall, and Israel didn't have anything to say know about it? When they have spies all over Gaza, they have people who give them information. Mossad is the most advanced intelligence agency in the world. You're telling me they had no clue about it?
Well, I mean, I think that Palestine.
Raise any questions?
I think that Palestine and their people are also smart. They're smart and they knew what they're doing. And Israel was slipping. They were.
And have you seen the death count? Over 400 Israelis were killed by Israel itself because they sent Apache helicopters and tanks and started shooting sporadically.
I don't know the details, but in my understanding, obviously Israel was really fucked up to Palestine and taking their land, right? And then Palestine invaded and killed civilians, and then Israel killed more civilians, and they're killing tons and tons.
You know, since the beginning of this year, they killed over 100 kids, right?
Israel.
Yeah.
I know.
So if it's about killing civilians, so the West is basically saying it's just the hypocrisy of the West. Look at how they attacked Russia over Ukraine.
I know.
But because now it's Arab dying and Muslims, no one cares from the West. But if it was the other way around, if it was Muslims going in and massacring Israel and Jews, the West would be up in arms right now. You know that, right?
I understand that, and I try to be unbiased as a white Western man, from California. I'm trying to understand where we can meet in the middle, because
the West doesn't want to meet in the middle, because if they did, and two-state solution would have been passed years ago. But Israel doesn't want a two-state solution. They want it all for themselves.
Okay.
That's why they even pay Jews from America to move into the West Bank and take over Palestinian homes.
Okay, so if you were
Have you seen the video of Jacob from Brooklyn?
No.
Okay. Well, he's a guy who was born and raised in Brooklyn. He went over, kicked out a Palestinian woman, and took over her house.
Yeah. No.
All sponsored by Christian evangelicals from America.
I know that Israel does really fucked up things to Palestinians. I know that, and I don't think that's good. That's really bad.
They have over 9,000 kids locked up in Israeli prison.
Yeah, I know, but okay, listen. Imagine that you are the Israeli president. What would you do?
Two-state solution. If they actually wanted a two-state solution, Palestine has been wanting a two-state solution for 75 years.
I think everybody wants that.
If you're going there, you need to get a visa. Palestine has always wanted a two-state solution. It's Israel always pulling it off the table.
So do you think because
they have Big Daddy US that always gives them money, they feel they can do whatever they want. Look at America is basically going to war for Israel.
But America is getting tired. America is getting tired of that bullshit. And I get you. I understand you.
The Zionists have already infiltrated your government too far in, so they're not getting tired at all. Because basically what Yemen is doing, they said no Israeli ships will pass because of the genocide. All they said was Israel to stop the genocide. They've killed over 20,000 kids.
Yeah.
But America is not bombing. So the West claims it's a body of human rights, but now, they have lost all credibility because no one will take a Western country seriously anymore.
I get that, and I totally understand that. I know that the West and America is fucked up, and a lot of Muslims are getting killed a lot more than obviously Westerners. So I think I agree. I think the answer is the two-state solution. The two-state solution, but what?
Is they've already painted Muslims as we are the ones who are violent.
But listen. Okay, but listen, okay, Israel and Palestine, what happens if they cut the land 50-50, 50-50 at the middle north, the Palestinians get north side, Israelis get south, or Palestinians get south, Israelis get north, 50-50, right? Do you think that they can live in peace?
Well, in everyone can live in peace in his own country, but they won't have any relationship. And what you fail to understand is there's already too much tension in that region.
Yeah.
Like you keep forgetting, even Lebanon has a lot of grudges with Israel because they even held onto their land late into the 90s.
Yeah.
The Golan Heights are Syrian land that Israel has taken over.
Yeah. No, I know that, but
so it's a powder keg. Imagine walking with a huge can of like black gunpowder. It's just waiting to explode.
I know, but
there's always the problem is there are people like, for example, you as an individual. There is something. Maybe they killed your whole family. To this day, you still have that in your heart. Like no matter what.
Yeah.
Imagine everyone in your family was murdered.
But
even if they give you land, would you just say, "Oh, okay, we'll let bygones be bygones"?
I know.
One day you could snap and just take up a rifle and go attack some people, and then it starts over again. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
There are so many factors that you can't control. Because you can't just tell people to keep your emotions in check, and it's in the past. Let's start a new life. Like
I know, but listen, now listen from my perspective, because I understand that, and I understand Muslims have been fucked over. West and Israel and America has really fucked over the countries of Islam, right? And I feel bad about it. I didn't do shit. I didn't do shit, but I feel bad about the history, right? But the thing is that Israel is there, so it's either like how are you gonna remove all these Israelis from this area? Then that would be genocide, right? If you try to remove Israelis, that's genocide. So how would you live with the Israelis there? They're already there.
It's not genocide to relocate them back to Europe to where they come from.
But you can't move a whole country. You can't move that to where? Where are they gonna go? It's
like Netanyahu is Polish. He can go back to Poland, and the vice president is Ukrainian. He can go back to Ukraine. You have people from England. You have people from Spain. You have them from all over Europe. And if the West cared about them so much, why don't they go back to Germany where they came from?
But you don't think that it's fair to leave some part of Israel there? Some is shoot, it's so hard.
For the two-state solution, that's the answer.
But you think that there's going to be war still?
There's still going to be something that will kick off, because people have gone to war from far less.
Okay, wait. Listen to this.
Human history. In the ancient times, they went to war over a bloody cup. If you don't know about, in one of these Polish, they went over a bucket. They went to war. The military-industrial complex is always trying to eat.
But I'm trying to find the solution. The
solution is the solution.
But wait. Let me say something. I would just say, if you do the two-state solution and America stops funding Israel, right? We stop funding Israel. No more America and Europe money to Israel, right? They're on their own. Do you think that the Muslim countries will genocide Israel?
No.
What, they let them be in peace?
Yes.
Okay, then I think that's the solution.
But Israel has to be disarmed of its nukes.
Okay, so if Israel gives up the nukes, they get 50% of Israel and give 50% to Palestine, then that's good.
Yes, and they do a buffer zone like in North Korea.
A buffer zone?
Yeah, like a land where no one is allowed to have arms. Like a buffer between Israel and Palestine and the other states, so that if any of the countries violate that buffer zone, then the UN takes action.
And
like how North Korea and South Korea have a buffer zone.
Yeah.
A demilitarized zone.
But this would be a bigger border. It would curve around Israel, right?
It will curve around both countries.
Yeah.
It's like, let's say Mexico and America, there's, let's say like 2 kilometers of land
Because
that no one is allowed to have military there.
Yeah, because to me that sounds fair, right? That sounds fair. I think that's what we should do, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So what's stopping us?
That's what the Palestinians have wanted for 75 years.
And that sounds fair to me. That sounds fair.
Before the UN did the bullshit they did, if you're going to that place, you need a Palestinian visa. But now they're not even recognized as a country. How is that fair? For 75 years, you can't even see the Palestinian.
Yeah, but like
all documents, even the first Prime Minister of Israel, Palestinian passport.
But like, let me ask you this: at this point, is Palestine even governable, or is it just chaos and lawless?
Of course, it's governable, but you keep forgetting. For years, Hamas is heavily sponsored by Mossad. If you didn't know that.
What is Mossad? I don't know what Mossad
is. Like the CIA equivalent of Israel. Mossad is like they are the CIA of Israel.
No, but who controls Palestinians?
Basically, Israel does, because they control every part of them.
No, but like, who is encouraging Palestine to fight against Israel?
And you can't tell you that. I can't tell you. The West is trying to pin it on Iran because they want an excuse to go to war with Iran.
Well, but like they say it's Hamas. Is that just like random guys in Palestine with guns?
Hamas is like a resistance fighting an insurgency. It's a government. It's not just random guys. It's a government. It's a wing of. There's a political wing and there's a military wing of Hamas.
So, but like, do you think that Hamas can be like we could chill them out if the Israelis are say like, hey, we'll give you 50% of Israel and you get 50%, we get 50%. Can you be okay with that?
They can argue it's not 50% of Israel because it's illegal land taken away by force from them. So,
but like, how much do they? Obviously, you're not there. Obviously, you're not part of it. But like, where is the deal? You know, like, where can we find a deal? Do they just? What do you think that Hamas just wants to kill all Israeli people and that's it, or like, do you think?
Obviously not. Obviously not, because majority of the people they went even on the October 7th attack. Israel claims they took them as hostages so they can negotiate. They didn't just go shooting up people.
Well,
if you and actually look, because Israelites said women and children were raped. When police, they just released yesterday, Israel itself said police are having a hard time finding any victims of rape. So that has been made lie.
Well,
they said they beheaded 40 babies, which was also a lie.
Yeah. Well, so, that may be lies, but like you would agree that Palestinians did invade Israel and kill civilians, right?
Well, when Israel constantly is dropping airstrikes randomly
yeah.
the year, so you can say it's a tit-for-tat aggression.
Yeah, I know, but you would know that Palestine did do that.
So, I can't speak on their behalf because, like, I don't know how I would react if you murdered my whole family. So,
yeah,
like, it's a complicated situation.
Well, but listen though, because like as a Westerner, obviously I know that America and Israel has done horrible murders to Palestine, to all of Islam Middle East, right? But you would agree that also Palestine reacted or whatever and killed some civilians in Palestine or in Israel.
Of course, I can't deny that.
Yeah.
Course, but in every war, innocents are the ones always getting caught in the crossfire.
Yeah. You're right.
It's realistic, but going about just randomly bombing, white phosphorus has been banned since the 70s. Why is Israel not sanctioned? Why isn't an arms embargo placed on it? Using white phosphorus is illegal.
Yeah.
How are you taking toddlers to prison? How is that not illegal? How is
Yeah.
that not a violation of human rights?
Yeah, no, I know, I get you, and I know that Israel and the West is unfair. They're unfair to Islam, Middle East. I know they are, but
They're unfair to anyone that isn't white
yeah,
because they're subhuman in their eyes.
no,
And
they're
they just want
yeah,
different
yeah,
rights.
yeah, yeah. I know, but like I'm hoping that like in the future when we get to 2050, 2050, right? Hopefully then we get a little bit better because um
What I'm telling you is the Zionist movement, that APAC I'm telling you about, is too powerful in America. If you don't even stand with Israel, you can't even become president of the United States. They basically killed J.F. Kennedy because of that.
yeah. But now things I think are changing.
So, well, now your liberalism is too much.
But we're talking about the solution to Israel Palestine, and I agree. I think we agree,
Well,
right?
unless America
50-50.
change their foreign policy, it will never happen. Because the only reason they feel they can do whatever they want with impunity is because they have the backing of America.
Okay, I get that, but like imagine this. I'm the president of Israel and America. You're the president of the Muslim world, right? And I say, hey, listen, I'll cut Israel a 50-50 with you, and then we just chill. Is that cool?
Of course.
So that we're good. So what do we have to do? We have to take 50% of the Israelis out of Palestine and out of Palestine, then we're good, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And no more fighting. Anybody who shoots the shot, they're fucking going to jail or whatever, right?
Yes.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Why is that so hard? I don't understand.
Because Israel doesn't want that. They want it all for themselves.
So pretty much that's what I'm thinking. Like, all right, you go ahead. You finish.
With the oil. Especially now with the oil.
So you think that the Israelis are too greedy to give back land to the Palestinians?
Of course, they want it all. They're trying to take over Gaza because of the offshore.
Okay, but listen to this. Listen to this. If that's the truth, 99 or 90, 80, 75% of Americans do not fuck with that. We do not support that. We want 50-50. We all do.
But what you fail to understand, the media is controlled by them. So whatever you see, they've been painting Muslims as terrorists since 9/11. So if Islam was an ultra-violent religion, you think the world would be living in peace with almost 2 billion Muslims. Does that make sense?
I don't know. It's complex. It's very hard.
If everyone was, like the Western media portrays, just trying to blow up suicide bombs with 2 billion Muslims, you think there wouldn't be a terrorist event every day?
No. I don't know.
So you only get fed what the world wants. You only get fed what your government wants you to get fed.
Yeah.
And it's so unfortunate because they dumb down the population of America.
Well, that's why I talk.
America can't even point out where Israel is on a map.
Well, that's why I'm talking to you.
That's the sad truth.
But again, like if we go back, like the solution is 50-50, and if Israelis are really not trying to give that 50% to the Palestinians, like most of America doesn't agree with that. And if it really came to the voters to understand that, we would give that, you know. But
keep voting for clowns, so
I know, but listen, but we only have two choices. We only have Donald Trump, we have Joe Biden, right? And
you have the Independent Party.
No, but they're never gonna win. They're never gonna win. No chance. One or the other.
Well, what you fail to understand, whether Republican or Democrat, America always has the same foreign policy.
Exactly. But listen, the young people are changing with the internet and everything like that. A lot of Americans like Palestine and they hate Israel. But the problem I think with that is when you hate one side and love one side, that's gonna be war. But like when you can make a solution and meet in the middle, that's how things need to be done. That's how deals are made, you know? They have to be in the middle. You know what I mean?
You're basically what you people fail to understand. Yes, Israel exists, but you're a strong army in one side. Imagine forcing you to have to give up 50% of your land, your ancestral land, your grandfather's land, by force, not optional.
I know, but like, the past is the past. I know I sound bad saying that, but
Is the past, but I'm sorry to say, Americans don't have like cultural heritage like other parts of the world. There's traditions, and nothing to do with religion. But Arabs are very prideful people. They will feel
yeah.
being disrespected.
Well, Westerners are also prideful. We're all prideful, and I understand that, but
like family name isn't as important in the West as it is in African culture, in Arab culture. If you understand what I mean, you don't have America is a country of colonists. They don't have a deep-rooted history that spans 500 years, 200 years, 300 years.
Well, we do, but we just forget about it. We don't really know. I don't know.
No, there are people who have had land in Palestine for maybe 500 years. It has been their family land.
Yeah, but listen to this. America was made from Europeans moving to North America, and they genocided the Native Americans, right?
The Indians, yes.
Yes.
To the point where Indians don't even have land now.
So we're talking
about that, then even Indians should have their own country.
Yeah, they should. But the thing is that they, I don't know. We just had to integrate. You just have to integrate.
And when you force them, castrate them, that's not integration. To this day, they are marginalized. They have the highest suicide rate. They have the highest alcoholism. So it's not integration. You should read about the reservations, how they're always killing themselves because they're depressed.
Yeah, no.
They barely have any land. You know this.
Yeah.
Anyway, let me call you later today. I have to get ready. It's Friday. I have to go to the mosque.
Okay. Well, hey,
Yeah,
I think
I'll call you later.
we had a good talk, though, right?
Yeah, we did.
Okay. Well, I look forward to the next one.
Okay, later.
Okay. I love you, bro.
I love you too, mate.
Okay. Bye.